Hi all, welcome to the second section on manipulating data files using C. In the previous section, we saw the differences between text and binary files and how to write C programs that write into text files and how to read from text files one character at a time. In this section, we will learn to read one word or one line at a time from text files and also to manipulate binary files. Reading one word at a time in a text file. Like scanf, fscanf can be used to read one word or multiple words from a text file with a single statement. We will see one example. Hash include stdio.h main file star fp1 char word 100 char c fp1 equal to fopen myfile.txt comma r do C equal to fscanf fp1 percentages word printf percentages slash n word while C not equal to EOF f close fp1. This program is almost identical to the one we saw in the previous section on file management, except that this program uses fscanf function to read one string at a time. Like scanf, fscanf also stops reading a string when it finds a space or a new line character. Hence, this program reads a word at a time and displays one word per line on the computer screen with the help of a printf statement. Note that we use the return value of fscanf function to check whether we encountered the end of file character while trying to read a word. Both scanf and fscanf functions return the number of items that were successfully read if the read was a success. If it encounters an error before any data is read or if it comes across an EOF character, it returns EOF. An issue in printing out data. Looking at this program closely, we can notice that we print out the values before we check for the end of file character. The same problem was there in our old program from the previous section as well. This results in an extra line in the output. What the program prints in this extra line is usually the same thing that was printed in the previous printf call, because that content stays in the character buffer named word. To get a more precise output, we must check for EOF before we execute the printf function. We will see this in our next example. Here is a program that does an extra check for the EOF in the middle of the loop, so that we print precisely what we have read. Hash include stdio.h main file star fp1 char word 100 char c fp1 equal to fopen myfile.txt comma r do C equal to fscanf fp1 comma percentage s comma word if C not equal to EOF printf percentages slash n comma word while C not equal to EOF f close fp1. Reading one line at a time. We can also read one entire line at a time, just like we did with the getS function. The function is called fgetS. See this example. Hash include stdio.h main file star fp1 char line 100 char star c fp1 equal to fopen myfile.txt comma r do C equal to fgetS line comma 100 comma fp1 if C not equal to null printf percentages comma line while C not equal to null f close fp1. Here we have used fgetS, which reads in an entire line into a buffer including the new line character. The buffer where we read string into is the first argument in the function call. The second argument is the maximum number of characters to read. The final and third argument is the file pointer. This function will read characters into the input buffer until it finds a new line character or it reads the maximum number of characters allowed -1. It leaves one character for the end of string null character. In addition, if it finds an EOF, it will return a value of null. In our example, when the EOF is found, the pointer C will be assigned the value null. Null is defined as 0 in our stdio.h file. When we find that C has been assigned the value of null, we can stop processing data, but we must check before we print, just like in the last program. When we are done, we close the file and come out of the program. Using a variable file name. All the programs so far have read from a file whose name is specified in the program. It is also possible to have the file name as a variable. For instance, there could be some application in which the user specifies the file name. We will now see one program that uses a variable file name. Hash include stdio.h main file star fp1 char line 100 name 25 char star c printf enter file name scanf percentages comma name fp1 equal to fopen name comma r do c equal to fgetters line comma 100 comma fp1 if c not equal to null printf percentages comma line while c not equal to null f close fp1. The program asks the user for the name of the file to be read from, reads in the file name and opens that file for reading. The entire file is then read and displayed on the monitor. You could compile and run this program to verify that it works as per our expectations. Files of records. Database files are generally binary files which can logically be divided into fixed length records. Each record will consist of data that fits into a previously defined structure. In C, this structure is usually defined with a struct data type. C defines a number of features additional to the ones already defined for text files to assist programmers to manipulate binary files, and in particular files of records. Some of them are listed here. 1. Read and write to one file without having to close it after a read and reopen for write. 2. Read or write a block of bytes which generally correspond to a logical record in a go without having to go character by character. 3. Position the file pointer to any byte within the file, thus giving us a direct access to any given point in the file. Processing files of records. We will now quickly go through the key functions required to process such a file. fopen. This function is almost identical to the function used to open text files. If the file is opened correctly, then the function will return a non-zero value. If an error occurs, the function will return a null value. The nature of the error can be determined by the ferror function. fclose. This function is common to both text and binary files. The function closes the specified file and flushes the output buffer to disk. fseek. fseek will position the file pointer to a particular byte within the file. The file pointer is a parameter maintained by the operating system and determines where the next read will come from or to where the next write will go. fread. The fread function will read a specified number of bytes from the current file position and store them in a data variable. It is the programmer's responsibility to ensure that the data type of the variable matches the data being read and that the number of characters that are read will fit into the allocated data space. fwrite. The fwrite function will write a specified number of bytes transferred from the specified data variable to the disk starting at the current file position. It is the programmer's responsibility to ensure that the file position is located correctly before the block is returned to the file. ferror. This function returns the status of the disk operation that was performed last. A value of 0 indicates that no error has occurred. A non-zero value indicates that the last disk operation resulted in an error. Consult the TurboC reference guide for an explanation of the error numbers returned by this function. The next couple of examples will show how these functions can be used in a C program. See this program that creates a file of 2 records. Each record contains 4 fields: hash include stdio.h, hash include string.h, struct record char last underscore name 20, char first underscore name 15 int age float salary close bracket type def struct record person file star people void main person employee people equal to fopen people dot dat comma wb strcpy employee dot last underscore name comma pathari strcpy employee dot first underscore name comma vinod employee dot age equal to 40 employee dot salary equal to 25,000.0 fwrite and employee comma size of employee comma 1 comma people strcpy employee dot last underscore name comma chavan strcpy employee dot first underscore name comma gayatri employee dot age equal to 30 employee dot salary equal to 28,450.0 fwrite and employee comma size of employee comma 1 comma people fclose people. The program begins by defining a structure which will be used to collect and store data about people. Next, a new data type is defined using the typedef statement. This statement is not essential, however, it simplifies the use of the structure in the rest of the program. The last statement in the declaration section of the program defines a file pointer which will be used throughout the program. In the main body of the program, we declare a data variable that will be used to hold data about each person. Following this, the file is opened. Note the difference between this usage here and the previous use of fopen function with text files. Here, the mode is assigned WB, which indicates that the file is a binary file and the only operation to be performed on this file is the write operation. In the remainder of the program, two records are created and written to disk. Each record uses the employee data variable, since once the data is written to disk, it is no longer needed. As each record is defined, it is written to disk using the fwrite function. The fwrite function uses 4 arguments. 1. The address of the block of the data to be written to the disk. In this example, it is the address of the employee record. 2. The size in bytes of the record to be written to the disk. The size of function is universally accepted as the safest way to express this value. If the structure of the employee record changes, then all the fwrite statements do not have to be changed. 3. The number of records stored in the block. In this example, it is 1 record. If the block represents an array of records, then this argument would represent the number of records in the array. 4. A pointer to a file which has been opened correctly. Finally, the file is closed. Note that this program produces no output on the screen. One can modify this program to print messages as each record is written. This program writes the records to disk sequentially. That is because each record is written to disk, the file position is moved to the byte immediately after the last bit in the record just written. Binary files can be written sequentially to the disk as we have done here, or using a direct access to go to some intermediate point. Sequential access to files of records. The next example illustrates how the records stored in a binary file can be read sequentially from the disk. This program will work properly only if the structure of record is identical to the record used in the previous example. Note that it is better programming practice to have a header file where we define the data structure of the record. In this way, many programs that deal with similar records can use the same data structure. We are not doing it here. #include stdio.h, #include string.h, struct record char last underscore name 20, char first underscore name 15, int age, float salary, typedef struct record person, file star people, void main, person employee, people equal to fopen, people dot dat comma rb, while feof people equal to null, fread and employee, size of employee 1 people, printf second name colon percentages slash n comma employee dot last underscore name, printf first name colon percentage s slash n employee dot first underscore name, printf age colon percentage d years slash n comma employee dot age, printf salary colon dollar percentage 8.2 f slash n comma employee dot salary, f close people. The program starts by defining the data structure of the record and creates a data variable to hold data read from the file. The file is opened using the fopen function, but this time the file mode is set to RB, which indicates that a binary file will be read from the disk. Next, a loop is created which reads records from the file until the end of file marker is encountered. Note that the end of file marker gets returned to the file when the file is closed. Inside the loop, each record is read in turn from the disk and displayed on the screen. Note that the arguments to fread function are identical to the fwrite arguments. The file can be read sequentially because after each read occurs, the file position is moved to point to the first byte of the very next record. Note also that the FVOF function does not indicate that the end of the file has been reached until after an attempt has been made to read beyond the end of file marker. Relative access to files of records. We had mentioned that binary files allow direct access, and the fseek function helps us in gaining direct access to the point that we desire. The next example illustrates this process. Hash include stdio.h, hash include string.h, struct record, char last underscore name 20, char first underscore name 15, int age, float salary, typedef struct record person, file star people, void main, person employee, int rec result, people equal to fopen people dot dat r plus b, printf which record do you want 0 to 3, scanf percentage d comma and rec while rec greater than or equal to 0, fseek people comma rec star size of employee comma seek set result equal to fread and employee size of employee 1 people. If result equal to 1, printf slash n record percentage d slash n comma rec, printf second name colon percentages slash n comma employee dot last underscore name, printf first name colon percentages slash n employee dot first underscore name, printf age colon percentage d years slash n comma employee dot age, printf salary colon dollar percentage 8.2 f slash n comma employee dot salary, else printf slash n record percentage d not found slash n comma rec, printf which record do you want 0 to 3, scanf percentage d comma and rec, f close people. The structure of the program is very similar to the previous examples. The file mode used in direct access usually depends on whether you want direct access reading or direct access writing or both direct access reading and writing. Generally, most of the database file applications require files to be read and written to in a direct access manner. Hence, in this example, the file mode of R plus B, that is open a binary file in read and write mode, is used. R plus stands for read and write. Other modes are W plus B, create a read slash write binary file, WB that says create a binary file, RB just read a binary file. The function used to enable direct access is the fseek function. This function positions the file pointer to the byte specified. 3 arguments are used by the fseek function. They are 1. A file pointer that points to a file that has been opened correctly. 2. The offset by which the file pointer has to move. In case of a file of records, this can be computed as the desired record number multiplied by the size of each record. 3. The third argument specifies where to start counting the offset from. This can take the following values. One is seek set, that indicates measure from the beginning of the file. Second is seek cur, that says measure from the current position of the file pointer. Third is seek end, which says measure backwards from the end of the file. The new position of the file pointer, measured in bytes from the beginning of the file, is obtained by adding offset to the position specified by the third argument. Once the file pointer has been positioned correctly, the record can be read using fread or written using the fwrite function. Notice that in this example, the alternative version of the fread function is used, which returns a value after the read has taken place. If the value of this result is equal to the number of records requested, that is in this case 1, then the read has been successful. If it is not, then an error has occurred. Note also that the ferror function could also have been used here. If you compile and run this program, you will see that it prompts the user for a record number, which is used to retrieve the appropriate record from the file. Entering a negative number will terminate the loop. Entering a number larger than the number of records will report an error. Note that the records are numbered starting 0. Hence, for a file containing 5 records, the records will be numbered from 0 to 4. Sending output to the printer. We will end this section by learning how to send data to a printer. Let us see this with an example. Hash include stdio.h main file star p1 star printer char c p1 equal to fopen myfile.txt r printer equal to fopen capital prn w do c equal to get c p1 if c not equal to eof put char c put c printer while c not equal to eof f close p1 f close printer. Once again we open myfile.txt for reading and we open prn for writing. Printing is identical to writing data to a disk file, except that we use a standard name for the file name. Most C compilers use the reserved file name prn to indicate that this data is to be output to the printer. The program is simply a loop in which a character is read, and if it is not the end of file character, it is displayed and printed. When the EOF is found, the input file and the printer output files are both closed. Note that good programming practice would include checking both the file pointers to make sure that the files were opened properly. Let us try to summarize what we learned in this section. We learned to read one word or one line at a time from a text file using C. Then to read from and write into binary data files. And then we learned how to output data to the default printer. Here are some exercise questions for you. 1. Write a program that will prompt the user for the name of the file to read from, prompt for the name of the file to write to, and opens both of them along with a file to the printer. Enter a loop that will read a character and output it to the file, the printer and the monitor. Stop at EOF. 2. Prompt for a file name to read from. Read the file one line at a time and display it on the monitor with line numbers. Print an error message if the file does not exist. 3. Write a program to access a file with 500 records. The program should help the user to change the data fields in the records numbered from I to j, where both I and j are specified by the user. Here are some books for your reference. The C Programming Language, 2nd edition by Kernighan and Ritchie, Prentice Hall 1988, and the Turbo C manual. And there is a link http www.iu.hio.no/tilde mark/c tutorial/c tutorial.html. With this, we end our discussion on file management in C. Till we meet again, bye.